Miss Anita,
Yes, ma'am.
can you put in that I'm here, because if I try for some reason, I don't know what I do, but it makes me echo back on my thing, and everything you say I hear it twice.
When you fill out the form,
Yeah, when I try to do the thing that says that I'm at the meeting. So would you just put it in that I'm here, please?
um,
Because Stephen, he put it in for me last time, so
oh, okay.
I have trouble.
All right.
Thank you.
All right. So it is almost 10:30. So I'll go ahead and share the sign-in sheet one more time, and I'll start presenting in here in just a minute. So here's the sign-in sheet. And today we're talking about research, but it is also National I Want You to Be Happy Day. So if you're not happy, go ahead and put on that happy face and start smiling. Because inadvertently, if you start smiling, you do somehow become happy. So there we go. Um, Children are curious from the time they're born, and we give them answers from time to time. So to their questions, but we eventually want them to research and gather information on their own. So our goal is we want our students to be able to demonstrate the ability to use technology for research, think critically, make decisions, be creative, and innovative. They should be able to do this through effective communication and collaboration. So this session is for elementary. So if you're here from high school, that session is in the afternoon, but it's okay if you can't make it to that one. You can listen in on this one as well. So I'm going to start with kindergarten. And these are the skills that we recommend you start teaching them and introducing to them in at this level. So use age appropriate technologies to locate, collect, organize content from media collection for specific purposes, and even citing resources or citing the sources. Evaluate teacher selected or self selected internet resources in terms of their usefulness for research. And I'll show you what that looks like in just a little bit. Identify and analyze the purpose of media message to inform, persuade, and entertain. And I'm sure that's already some of the things that you've been doing. These are the standards that it covers that kind of correlate with these skills, which is identifying the cover, front cover, back cover, title page of a book. And with prompting and support, describe the relationship between illustrations and the text in which they appear. What person, place, thing, or idea in the text an illustration depicts. Um, okay, and in first grade, it's the same skills. So I went ahead and you're just going to reinforce those same skills that you introduced. So all the same ones that I just talked about. And in first grade, it changes very little. So it's the same standard, but now it changes from know and use various text features, such as heading, table of contents, glossaries, electronic menus, icons to locate key facts or information in a text. So as before, it was just notice recognizing the cover, back cover, things like that. And this one changed to use the illustrations and details in a text to describe its key ideas. So what this can look like in kindergarten and first grade. So I'm going to take you to a couple links and we'll see what that looks like. So we'll go back just a little bit. So looking at this one right here, so we'll see um, how we can evaluate teacher selected internet resources. So determining if they're useful in terms of research. So helping children decide if they are good resources for research or not good resources for research. So helping them decide that. This one right here, we can grab just a couple research links and helping them look at them will help them to decide whether. So I'm going to open these both up. And so you can see the difference here. This one is from Britannica Kids, and they're both about turtles. So this one has a picture of a turtle. It has some information about a turtle. And if you're in the classroom, you can read about it. You can flip through the pictures. You can look at the videos that are here, some related articles that it takes you to. This probably gives you the definition of a reptile, things like that. And so you can talk about how this differs from something like this, which of course it has turtles on here. And you can talk about how is this helpful in research if it's just showing you pictures. These look like they're just coloring pages. So that for kindergarten, you can talk about how something like this is not good for learning about turtles. It's not valuable to research turtles. It doesn't really give you information about turtles. So just identifying the two different websites is going to help them with this skill right here. So evaluating those teacher selected resources and determining if they're useful. Another thing to do to help them identify, analyze the purpose of media message, you can go to these, and we'll go ahead and get rid of these here. And open this one up, this one, and this one. Hopefully that one doesn't start playing right away. So this one we're determining if these are to inform, persuade, and entertain. And sometimes they can overlap each other just a little bit. So you can pick out some websites and decide, are these trying to inform us? Are they trying to entertain us? This one, is it just entertaining us? Is it informing us? Is it trying to persuade us to buy something? So they're all about bikes, but what is it trying to do? So you can help students decide based on what you see on the 3 different websites. So you can take that and help them to determine those 3 things. And then after you get these and these, you can help them to decide how to locate and collect information from those after you determine if they're useful resources in terms of research. And then in second grade, so after they've mastered those 3 skills, you can perform basic searches on databases. For example, library, card catalogs, encyclopedias to locate information. And these are optional at this grade level. Use content-specific technology tools such as environment probes, sensors, measuring devices, and using Web 2.0 tools, online discussions, blogs, wikis to gather and share information. This also includes social media, so just be aware that what your students are using, especially at school. A lot of this stuff is already monitored and blocked for, safety purposes. But if you use it outside, students use that outside, go ahead and teach those safety rules and things like that. Keep on that, because it's not one of those things that you just should teach one and done. I know we have iSafe, and we tend to just teach it whenever we're supposed to, and then we forget about it. But remember that it should be taught like consistently, kind of like um, social emotional things. Digital citizenship should just be an ongoing thing that we teach throughout the year. And we have our second grade standards. Know and use various text features, and that's captions, bold print, subheadings, glossaries, indexes, electronic menus, icons to locate key facts or information in a text efficiently. Another one is identify the main purpose of a text, including what the author wants to answer, explain, or describe. And we've added a few more standards in second grade here. So it's explain how specific images, such as a diagram showing how a machine works, contribute to and clarify a text. And compare and contrast the most important points presented by two texts on the same topic. And in third grade, they're still mastering those first three skills, reinforcing the one we introduced last year. And if you didn't introduce the ones that were optional, you're going to go ahead and introduce those in third grade. So if your students were struggling with any of the ones that they should have mastered or the ones you introduced, and you waited to do the ones that were optional, this is a good time to introduce these skills and make sure that they do have them. And in third grade, the standards, they do change just a little bit from second grade to third grade. So now they're using text features and search tools, keywords, sidebars, hyperlinks to locate information relevant to a given topic efficiently. So you can see where these digital tools are coming in handy now. So it was the same standard, but it does change as they get a little bit older. Distinguish their own point of view from that of an author of the text. Use information gained from illustrations, maps, photographs, and the words in a text to demonstrate understanding of the text. Where, when, why, and how key events occur. Compare and contrast the most important points, key details presented in two texts on the same topic. So you can see how all this is pretty relevant to research. So some Web 2.0 tools, and this is just a small little list compared to what is out there as far as 2.0 tools, Web 2.0 tools. And these are just a few that we have used, that I know teachers have used in our district. There's probably hundreds, if not thousands, of Web 2.0 tools available to you. A lot of them are ones that you have to purchase, such as this one. I used Glogster whenever I was teaching second grade, and I used it mostly as a teaching tool. There were some students that were ready to use it, and they did try to create their own. It's kind of like an interactive, not really a slideshow, but it was like a interactive poster where students could add images and links and things like that. So something that you could do using a Google slide, and you probably wouldn't have to need something like this now. ThingLink is probably closer to this. KidBlog, I believe, was another one you had to pay for. Another teacher that I was teaching with was using it, and it was similar to like what you would do in college. You would blog back and forth, and the kids really loved it, being able to communicate through an online platform like that. And Google used to have a place where you could blog. I don't know that it's available anymore. But Flipgrid, if you haven't used it yet, is an awesome video response platform. And if you're not familiar with it, meet with me and I can show you how to use it. And other social media platforms, like I said, just be real careful with those because of safety. There's FERPA, COPA, and rules that you have to follow with the schools. All right, and by fourth grade, your students have mastered all of these skills right here. If they're still struggling to use age-appropriate technologies to locate, collect, organize content for media collection for specific purposes, citing sources, make sure that you're helping them master those skills and going back and teaching them how to do that. There are websites out there to help with citing. At this age, this grade level, citing it just could be, it doesn't have to be that whole MLA, things like that, but just referencing this is where I got the material from, this is where this image is from. So make sure that they are giving credit to the source that they found that information. And evaluating teacher selected, and by this time, self-selected internet resources in terms of usefulness. So they should be able to select internet resources that are useful for research by fourth grade. They should be able to identify and analyze the purpose of media messages by this grade level and perform basic searches on databases. And there are some kid-friendly databases. And if you'd like some links to those, if you're not sure where to go for students to find credible resources, papers, things like that, let me know and I can hook you up with some databases that are kid-friendly, more towards elementary. I did link some for the upper grades, but I'm sure I can find some that are more for elementary. And then go ahead and reinforce the ones that you introduced last year, which is use content-specific technology tools. And it doesn't have to be just straight through the Chromebook. These are other tools that they would use in the classroom, which is kind of why I put different pictures here, because technology doesn't just have to be using the Chromebook. It could be other types of tools that they use to gather information. And of course, those Web 2.0 tools that I just talked about. If you Google Web 2.0 tools, for students, you're going to get a huge list, and you can go through those and find what works best for you, because every teacher is different. They're going to like some better than others. And if you're lost in all that sea of all these tools, you don't know where to start. And if you email me and you can give me an idea of what you're looking for, I can help narrow it down for you and get you maybe get you a shorter list and help you find some that would work for you and your kiddos in grade level. All right, so the standards that go with fourth grade that correlate with research are describe the overall structure, chronology, comparison, cause, effect, problem solution of events, ideas, concepts, or information in a text or part of a text. They're going to compare and contrast at first-hand and second-hand account of the same event or topic, describe the differences in focus and the information provided. Interpret information presented visually, orally, or quantitatively. So charts, graphs, diagrams, timelines, animations, interactive elements on web pages. Explain how the information contributes to an understanding of the text in which it appears. integrate information from two texts on the same topic in order to write or speak about the subject knowledgeably. You can see how it starts increasing in difficulty just from grade level to grade level. And I love that, like, vertical alignment there, how it changes. All right, in 5th grade, they have mastered all of these research skills. And the 5th grade standards haven't changed too much from 4th to 5th grade, but I'll go ahead and go over those. They're going to compare and contrast the overall structure of events, ideas, concepts, or information into or more text. Analyze multiple accounts of the same event or topic, noting important similarities and differences in the point of view they represent. Draw on information from multiple print or digital sources, demonstrating the ability to locate an answer to a question quickly or to solve a problem efficiently. And integrate information from several texts on the same topic in order to write or speak about the subject knowledgeably. And that is what all I have on research. So I hope you enjoyed learning about the skills students need to know and when to introduce them at certain grade levels. And like I said, if you need more information per your grade level, if you would like some of those links to databases for your specific grade level, I can definitely help you out. Just email me and I will find ones that are specific to your kiddos. So thank you for joining me today, and I hope you all have a great afternoon. If you didn't get the sign-in sheet, I'll give that to you one more time. And thank you all.
Thank you.
Thanks, Anita.